Hey Floyd, what was your reaction to the fight, man? What was your reaction to the fight, man?
Now, who you got win? Lamont.
Man, you gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm.
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather shared his thoughts on the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach fight, which ended in controversy. Shakur Stevenson strongly disagreed with the draw, insisting Roach deserved the win. He criticized Davis for being overconfident and underestimating Roach's skills, leading to his struggles in the ring. Many fans echoed Stevenson's frustration. Shakur Stevenson tweeted about the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach fight, saying it played out exactly as he expected and criticizing those who don't understand boxing. Fans agreed, calling for a rematch. Meanwhile, Jake Paul expressed disappointment in Davis's performance, saying the fight lacked the expected championship intensity. He compared it to a sparring session rather than a real contest, noting that Davis didn't display his usual aggressive style.
Now, who you got win? Lamont.
You thought Lamont won? By how many rounds?
I don't know.
You still want the Tank Davis fight?
So what?
You still want the Tank Davis fight? What went wrong? What went wrong? Take out a little steam or fire out of it, or is it still the same?
I mean, we're gonna see. I'm the best fighter in boxing. I've been saying this, so.
Shakur, what went wrong for Gervonta in this fight? Just because, could we say maybe because Lamont didn't come in, they really...
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was gonna go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Gervonta, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence been up. I've been knew I was the best.
Middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade shared his thoughts on the fight, praising Lamont Roach's impressive performance. He argued that the bout shouldn't have been ruled a draw, believing Roach did enough to win. Despite the controversy, Andrade commended the fight's high quality, acknowledging the skill and competitiveness of both fighters.
He got lucky at the draw. He did a good fight though. I thought he won it, but man, you gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my God.
But god damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
Contender Isaac Cruz disagreed with the draw, highlighting a key moment when Davis took a knee. He argued that the judges and referee failed to award Roach the proper points, which could have impacted the final outcome. Cruz suggested this oversight played a role in the controversial decision.
Fight, Roach had something that we all wasn't expecting. He might have had power. His distance was good. He came in ready, prepared to fight, and he showcased that. And man, we had a good fight overall. It was a good IQ fight.
In all honesty, do you think Roach pulled it off?
I'm not going to say that at all. I don't think that the draw is good, you know. Other than that, it was a great fight. We'll love to see it again. It's me again, Caleb Plant, Chalo, Munguia, Edgar Belanga. Where the fuck you motherfuckers at? Let's get this shit happen. You already know. So I'm playing. Let's get these shits popping, man. Time is ticking. Tick, 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 tick.
I mean, 100%. What do you think about Berlanga's obviously
They gotta
opponent
run it
that
back. They got to
he
run it
chose?
back.
I mean,
Former world champion Danny Garcia called the fight a great showcase of both boxers' talents. Speaking on Gervonta Davis's performance, Garcia suggested that not every night is a fighter's best, implying Davis may have had an off night. He emphasized the sport's unpredictability and the challenges of maintaining peak performance.
Pues ahora sí que dieron una gran pelea, ahora sí que me sorprendió la pelea que dio Lamont Roach y bueno, fue una gran pelea para todos los aficionados.
¿Tú crees que fue un empate?
No, yo creo que no, creo que le quedaron a deber la caída a Lamont Roach, pero bueno, decisión de los jueces y del referee que no le hizo válida la caída, no le hizo el conteo.
¿Qué le fue mal en esta pelea para Gervonta? ¿Qué fue lo que no hizo para que los jueces le den esta pelea? ¿Tú qué piensas?
Bueno, él nada más apostó a un solo round, que a un solo golpe para poderlo noquear, y el cual Loma venía muy bien preparado, muy bien concentrado en el plan de trabajo. Bueno, creo que a Tank le faltó presionar, tirar más golpes para ser más contundente y que se viera más efectivo a la hora de la victoria.
¿Te gustaría ver una revancha entre ellos?
Pues estaría muy agradable. Ahora sí que la primera estuvo muy buena, yo creo que la segunda también.
Boxing commentator Jim Lampley weighed in on the fight, noting that draws often leave both fans and fighters unsatisfied. He pointed out that many expected Gervonta Davis to secure a knockout, especially since Lamont Roach had moved up in weight. Lampley suggested that Davis's failure to do so could be seen as a setback, potentially impacting his status in the lightweight division.
Stay with me, stay with me. Stay with me, right?
Kenny, what'd you think of the fight, man? Are you surprised by the outcome? It was a close fight.
I'm not surprised the way Lamont fought. I knew Lamont was going to come to fight. It was the opportunity of a lifetime. He did a good job. He fought a great fight.
What went wrong with Tank Davis? I mean, I was
what
expecting
was
him to
wrong
knock
with
him
him?
out.
Every night in boxing is not your best, you feel me? But at least he got the
Would you
draw.
like to see a rematch of this or jump into a fight with Shakur Stevenson?
They don't, whatever they want to do. You think it was a draw? I don't know. It was a good fight.
Beated welterweight champion Terence Crawford voiced his astonishment on social media over the referee's decision not to count Davis's kneeing incident as a knockdown. In his tweet, Crawford expressed disbelief, suggesting the officials may have ignored standard boxing rules. "I've never seen someone take a knee and it not be counted as a knockdown. Must have forgotten the rules tonight," he wrote.
Bag for fans, for people in the sport, etc., etc. I thought it was, in essence, the right decision. The only question about whether the upset draw is justified is whether Steve Willis erred in not deducting a point in a late round when Tank Davis appeared to touch the canvas with his hand. And, you know, that is going to stay in the woodwork and haunt the fight in the breach a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's a setback in Tank's career and for his reputation. I think most observers expected him to knock Roach out, particularly because Roach was moving up from 130 to 135. Sometimes when a fighter moves up in weight, he gets stronger, and it looked as though maybe Roach did get stronger and had a greater ability to resist Tank's power than other opponents have had, because Tank did tag him with a lot of clean shots, and he wound up throwing more punches than he likes to throw to get that done. He tagged him both on the chin and to the belly, etc., and couldn't seem to hurt Roach. And that was another surprise in the overall picture of the fight.
Former three-division world champion Abner Mares called for a rematch between Davis and Roach, arguing that Roach delivered the performance many, including Davis, may have underestimated. Mares suggested this misjudgment influenced the fight's outcome, and that a rematch would give both fighters a chance to adjust their strategies.
Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with that. He took a knee. He took a knee! What is he doing? He forgot his...
Day, Washington, D.C.-based boxer voiced concern over the potential fallout from the fight's controversial outcome.
I thought Roach closed the last 2 rounds, and then if you think about it, that knockdown was a knockdown. He took a knee, they should have counted, and you know those 2 points, like Roach said, you know, it would have been on his favor, and he would have won the fight. But you know, I hope they run it back again, which I'm sure they will, and you know, we get more of a clear, you know, victor for either side.
How much of tonight was Lamont Roach being Lamont Roach, and how much of it was Gervonta Davis maybe not being at his best?
It was more. Reason? It was more. Yeah, well said. I think it was more of Lamont being Lamont. A lot of people were not expecting that. He was catching the punches really well, took them well, great combinations, and just stood in the pocket and fought him right in the center of the ring. Even Tank was not expecting that, and I think that threw him off. And you know, great great performance by Lamont Roach, and Tank Davis. He's got to fight more. I mean, he's not as consistent with the fighting, and you know, again, the timing probably wasn't there for him this fight.
What does it say about Tank, man? Some people had him as high as, you know, top 5, top 10 pound.
You know what that's going to say about Tank now. Obviously, people are going to talk shit, and people are going to, you know, put him, you know, probably take him down on the pound for pound list, and you know, it is what it is. But so that's why Tank has to come back and really get that rematch and really make a statement, if it's with him or whoever else.
And lastly, I mean, you know, people want to know who's the best lightweight. Is it Keyshawn, Shakur, Tank? Do you think he can still beat those guys, or did Lamont show some things tonight that those guys are just...
Lamont's definitely there. Lamont can fight any of these guys.
Warning that Gervonta Davis's passionate fan base might react negatively, He noted the palpable tension surrounding the event and stressed the importance of managing fan reactions responsibly in high-stakes situations.
My reaction for this Tank versus Roach fight, I'm really disappointed, to be honest. Like, it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and the reason why is they leaving a negative energy out there. And a lot of y'all might not understand because y'all don't come from underserved environments or was never incarcerated or things like that. I'm from DC, and I know how we get active. I know people from Baltimore, and I know how they get active. When we talk about rivalries are cool. When I'm talking Commanders, Cowboys, stuff like that, that's friendly and cool. We talk our trash, but when we talking about when it's negative and we know that Tank have a young following, things like that, and I'm seeing certain people at these press conferences, violent individuals, and things can really turn out bad. So yeah, I understand they selling the fight and things like that, but certain things, it can get real bad. And I don't want to see nobody lose their life. Let this be a healthy rivalry. Y'all go in there, best man win, and fight over. It should be all love. We got to be careful with the message that we putting out. It's Mr. We Fit.